Okay, so today we're going to talk about atomic orbitals. The atom is often thought of as a nucleus which contains protons and neutrons surrounded by electrons. So we have an atom here, we have the protons and neutrons in the center, we have the electrons orbiting around it. This is the original model of the atom. This model was initially proposed by Rutherford, and it is appealing on a simplistic level, but it has several issues. One, there is no explanation for why the electrons don't fall into the nucleus. Two, there is no explanation for the radiation of light from the atom. Niels Bohr changed how we view the atom when he introduced the idea of electrons existing in energy levels, not orbits. The electrons exist in 7 distinct energy levels, ranging from the lowest energy closest to the nucleus to the highest energy furthest away from the nucleus. The electrons, as they absorb and release energy, can move between the energy levels. Thus, when they absorb light, they jump to an outer energy level, and when they release light, they fall back to an inner energy level. This started to explain the concepts or the radiation that came from the light, but it turns out the atom is even more complicated than just 7 distinct energy levels. Within each energy level, there exist sublevels. There are 4 possible sublevels, S, P, D, and F. These sublevels are made up of atomic orbitals. The orbitals are calculated regions of space where there's a greater than 95% probability of actually finding the electron. The way you can think about what an atom looks like is it's like a hotel. On the different in a hotel, you would have floors. The floors are equivalent to the energy levels in the atom. Then you have rooms. These are the sublevels in the atom, and then you have beds, which would actually be the orbitals. So within the hotel, there is the floor, then the room, then the actual bed that you would sleep in when you're staying in a hotel. For the atom, there are 7 distinct energy levels. Again, these are like the floors. The higher the energy, the greater the distance from the nucleus. Just like the higher the floor, the greater the distance from the ground. The electrons, as we said in Niels Bohr's model, jump in between the different energy levels. And when they fall back towards the ground state, they release that energy in the form of light. Now, within the energy levels, there are different sublevels, the S, P, D, and F. Now, they don't all exist in all energy levels. There are very specific ways in which the sublevels exist. The S sublevel, we're going to talk about first, which is the lowest energy sublevel, is available in every energy level. There is only one orbital which makes up the sublevel in the S sublevel, and each orbital can only hold 2 electrons, can hold up to 2 electrons. Therefore, the S sublevel will only hold 2 electrons. Here is pictured 3 different S orbitals in energy levels 1, 2, and 3. Now, the P sublevel is in every energy level starting with energy level 2. There are 3 orbitals as shown by this picture, each of which is capable of holding up to 2 electrons. Therefore, a total of 6 electrons can be held in the P sublevel. For the D sublevel, the D sublevel is available in energy level and every energy level starting with energy level 3. There are 5 D orbitals, as you'll see from the picture here, each of which can hold each orbital can hold 2 electrons, which means a total of 10 electrons can exist in the orbitals. And then you have finally the F sublevel. And the F sublevel will be in every energy level starting with energy level 4. There are 7 orbitals for the F sublevel, each of which is capable of holding up to 2 electrons, and therefore the F sublevel can hold up to 14 electrons total. So, in summary, the atom is a lot more complex than Rutherford or Bohr proposed. The electrons don't orbit the nucleus. The electrons are housed in orbitals that are contained within energy levels. As stated before, the best analogy is a hotel. The energy levels are the floors, the rooms are the sublevels, the beds are the orbitals. Some floors only offer specific types of rooms, some energy levels offer access to specific types of sublevels. So what that means is that you don't have access to all the sublevels on every single energy level within the atom. Energy level 1 has the S. Energy level 2 has the S and the P. Energy level 3 has the S, P, and D. Energy level 4 has access to all 4 S, P, D, and F. And then it continues on up until energy level 7. So the electrons go within the energy levels, then within to the sublevels, and into the individual energy orbitals. Each of these has this energy associated with it, energy cost associated with it. So higher energy sublevels cost more energy. Higher energy floors or energy levels cost more energy. Higher energy orbitals cost more energy. And we're going to learn how the electrons fill these energy levels, sublevels, and orbitals in the next video. So that will be discussed in